Yeah, there's so much we could be doing to fix all our problems, but we just don't.
I doubt the Udyr bug is on the live server right now, which kind of makes me sad.
If it was on the PB, it's sure as fucking not gonna be on the live.
Well, they disabled Udyr on the PB because of it.
Yeah, not on live because it wasn't live.
I know. Because if we had that bug, it would just be hilarious. I just sit in Fountain and Udyr could win the game.
He was pretty. No, he would be permabanned and fucking ranked. Like no way. Like
Like,
no, nobody would
did
allow
you see the video on the bug?
that. Where they're fucking
So
killing Dragon in 3 hits.
yeah, Ankle Spankin had a 3-minute video of just like he went back and watched the recording of his game on the PvE just to see what the Udyr on the enemy team was actually doing. Like level 1, he got a quadra kill
Okay.
because he just ran and just one hit everyone.
Yeah.
And then he just kept getting kills after that. And then he went to Dragon at level 3 and 3-hit Dragon. And then he got like a double kill bot lane and then 2-hit the bot tower.
Mhm.
Like, it was fucking ridiculous. The game was 13 minutes long because he's just 1 or 2 hitting everything. Like, Ankle Spankin, I love it because he's not even tilted. He's just dying of laughter. Like, the guy, Udyr came top lane and was just in a bush. He walked into the bush, 1 auto, he died. He's like, what the fuck? And then the Udyr 2-hit his tower immediately after. No minion wave, just ran up and 2-hit it. It's fucking beautiful, man.
Minions have spawned.
I mean, if Udyr is just sitting there, I gotta leave. Fair enough. Oh, he's... What the hell? He's going to blue? Why the hell is he solo invading?
Because you can.
Hey, Kled. God damn it, Udyr! Can you fuck off, Udyr? Please? Like, you already pissed me off by taking my shit, man. Oh, now I'm lagging. God damn it. God damn it. Now I'm dead.
An ally has been slain.
Udyr tilted me. I blame him. Wait, how is my CSing so bad?
I'm wearing lots of belts.
Oh, Kyle, I played a game yesterday. I got perfect CS up until like 53.
What the fuck? Why is my Q not responding right now? Jesus Christ. Ugh. This is so frustrating. There's shit going wrong with my fucking character. I don't know if it's lagging or what, but...
Stand for Jinx. Smile. It's called gun control. Ask me if I'm listening. Hint, I'm not. Let's just behave.
What the fuck? Again, why was she walking the wrong direction? Like, my character... This is just fucking retarded, man. It's not being responsive properly right now.
Not. Wait, I'm thinking. How do people do this? I really need a new gun. But don't tell my other guns.
But I can't believe my MPP didn't help me formulate an action statement today.
Why?
She's-
They don't want... They
she's-
don't want to do what you want to do. They're controlled by the money.
No, but like, you would think that they would have done, like, a little more. Like, all she literally did was talk. She didn't take a single note. She
Because
had
they
two-
don't give a shit.
She had 2 phones on the desk instead of in her pocket.
They don't actually care about your opinion, Hodge.
No. I could slander her for what she did. I could probably perform a libel action too.
You're starting to bore me.
Oh, son of a bitch. At least he's gonna be randomly hard shoving though. That's okay.
Wait, I'm thinking.
So what do you think some of the rules should be? If they don't follow the rules, like they don't get any more government funding? Like, because that would really cut into them. Like, big time.
I know.
Because I'm trying to find out ways to enforce it. Because she recommended that I put a petition forward from internally in the college. And I said that they're just going to ignore me. They're going to laugh at me.
Yeah.
Like, they would. If I brought that
Well-
kind of petition to them, they would laugh at me.
They'll wave you off because again, it cuts into their profit margin.
Exactly. So obviously I can't do that. So when she said that and I said I should start advocating like that, I'm like, no, advocating like that would be a waste of my time. Which is quite unfortunate that it actually is a waste of my time to advocate.
You're not laughing.
Has been slain.
Suck my dick, Kled. Attaboy, Hodge.
Ball lane's a nice stomp.
Yeah, I'm winning top. Now that my shit's actually responding, I'm winning. I just fucked up because my shit wasn't responsive earlier. I hate the random times that happens where it's not like lag, it's not responding right.
Yeah.
That
See,
pisses me
honestly,
off more
I
than
think
lag.
it pisses me off more than lag.
No, so do I, because at least lag, it's like I play according to the lag.
Yeah. And like you can
But
kind
it's
of
like-
adapt to it. But like when it just doesn't accept what you put in,
Yeah. It's like she walks in the wrong direction or it doesn't queue properly or
or
something.
pathing is fucked up.
Yeah. It's just like, well, what am I... What, I can't even, like, play according to that. I just can't do anything.
Shit! Fucking, I'm so out. And honestly, I don't think we should be playing by the rules with these corporations anymore. Like, they had their time. They had their time to make ethical choices. Like, if a lot of places run like Costco, like, we would have a lot less problems. Like, I think Costco is one of the more ethical companies in Canada.
Well, yeah, it was funny because when the guy was like old age retiring and everything was going on, he had a hard time finding someone to take over the company because he wanted someone who would actually follow shit.
Yeah.
Don't take the minions, just go for the tower. I want to keep my CS, so.
I'm crazy. You should see my sister.
Don't hit the minion wave yet. Let me do a... that. I tried to put the ward right there. That's shitty.
There we go.
Hey, do you want a blue buff?
Sure.
Listening.
Your Rift?
Yep, I just checked it. Will the Rift Scuttler eat all of them?
Huh?
Like if I broke it, like is the Rift Scuttler gonna eat all of them or just like one?
I have no clue.
Yeah, it just ate one. You would think it would get really hungry.
An ally has been slain.
Yo, they're in our fourth.
Oh
Yeah, they're
shit!
dead.
I was looking somewhere else for a second. I was looking over right where you said to look, over here. And then I'm like, okay. But then I fucking walked into the book. Why do you take Fervor and not Bloodlust?
Huh? Because Bloodlust sucks on Aurelia. Fervor's so good on her. Because she's auto attack heavy, man.
Well, I mean, like, I really think the Bloodlust.
Bloodlust is not good on Aurelia. It's not.
No, I think the 30% movement speed on your auto attack. I think you're really misinterpreting how good it will be on Aurelia. I think it would be really good.
I don't even think once about blowing stuff.
I'm Raffle Stomping. I kind of want to get Bork this game. Second item. Well, not Raffle Stomping, but like, you know what I mean.
I bet that Kled is definitely not a Canadian. I love it when Gangplank's in the lane with me. It's just a bunch of free gold.
Yeah, I love how they're moving as 5 and essentially just giving us... Yeah, like they're moving as 5, so it's like now we get the mid tower for free. Bye, Udyr.
Are they all over there? Can I push this?
Woohoo!
Ask me if I'm listening. Hint, I'm not.
Oh, and the lady, she was a little impressed at my list of all the colleges and universities in Ontario and their phone numbers. She's like, wow, somebody actually did a little bit of extra work. That's like, that was her impression when I pulled out like the 2 sheets of paper with all the names.
Meanwhile, Udyr's just not even here.
Whatever. Start shooting.
Has been slain.
I'm trying to care. Hold on. I'm about to say something really cool.
What the fuck did Zin just ult for?
Kyle, you know how you were saying that, like, for some people you really need the textbook?
Yeah.
But I think for like a very specific industry like accounting though, because there's a lot of stuff that's changing so rapidly, like the tax numbers, daily changes, like a lot of that stuff, maybe it would be better to do a little more accounting stuff like on an ebook style, but like things like kinesthesiology, keep that stuff into like I really think somebody should be paid to look at it excessively carefully and fucking do a perfect job so that when we implement this system for like the next 50 years we can be like, yeah, we did a lot of research. We want to make sure that this is the best investment possible. Cuz I don't think we should be thinking like a few years, like if one day we wanted to publish books and stuff, like let's say you published some books on some really, really good exercises that will help with physical training. So like let's
Yeah.
say some people have muscular dystrophy and you found out a really good way to have them reduce their muscular dystrophy through some physical exercise. It's just an example. And I don't know exactly how it would work, but you would have your published paper and that stuff would be good. You would have an incentive to publish because we got to make sure that we don't fuck publishers, like the people who actually publish the book, not the publishers. Like if you get what I mean, right?
Yep.
Because if we can castrate the publishers from fucking other people, and we just make it so available, because at one point your book won't even be printed anymore. Like I think in the real future, like in 100, 200 years, like printing books will be a very rare occasion, and more people would be using digital sources for economic reasons, like they're like we just don't want to like cut down more trees. Like that's an environmental reason. That's a good reason not to print books.
Yep.
Like if I can stop like 100 hectares of land from being chopped down because we don't need to, because it was just to print books that were going to become obsolete in a very short period of time anyways, that kind of stuff should have really been thought through better.
Yeah.
Like those trees take hundreds of years to grow, like to proper, like, and you can't just take that away from them. Those trees have lives. They have children.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just bulldoze that mountain. That
But-
mountain's supposed to be a fucking knoll in a million
Hutch,
years.
Honestly, talk to Dave about paper one time, because Dave talked about the paper industry has no real effect on trees and shit. Frankly, if anything, it's almost a good thing.
Construction.
It's almost a good thing, because if you have a tree farm, think about it. The tree farm for lumber and paper and shit, they replace all those trees.
Yeah, they have to do like a 1-for-1 thing, like or even
Because
more than one.
otherwise we would run out of trees if they didn't replace them. So every tree they cut down, they grow a new one. That's how that industry works.
Well, I think it's
not
actually
that.
yeah, like a 4-to-1
essentially-
ratio.
Essentially, like Dave's saying, is you're almost recycling carbon when you're doing that. Because when you kill a tree, when a tree grows, it's holding carbon in it because it releases oxygen.
Yeah,
so you
and then
cut
it
it.
stores it
Hold
in
on.
its body.
You cut it down and you plant new trees. Those new trees pull in carbon and put out oxygen. And then the old trees, as long as you turn them into lumber or paper or mulch or whatever, they're still storing the carbon where it's not in our atmosphere. It's in other stuff. The only way to get rid of it is to burn it, and then you release the carbon into the atmosphere. So the actual industry on that shit doesn't affect stuff negatively.
So it's
having
actually a positive economic impact.
having books is fine. It's construction and flat out stuff for farm and like destroying forests for farming fields or things like that destroys shit.
Or draining lakes so that all the trees can't grow there anymore.
Yeah, like that's the shit that destroys stuff negatively. The paper industry and everything like that doesn't. It's fine. It's an okay industry. It hurts animals, but as far as you look at plant life, we still end up having the same amount of trees and shit like that.
Oh yeah, the MPP didn't have anything to say when I talked about corporations coming in and should be monopolized, and I mentioned that Nestle shouldn't be allowed to drain a lake here in Canada because they're draining that lake for pennies on the liter kind of thing, like less than pennies on the liter, like 0.000 whatever per liter. That's not
This thing-
fair. That's
we're
even,
at the
that's even more like less expensive than what I get.
The thing is, we're at the point now where it's like if we were to try and fight that at all,
There would be a big lobby against it.
No, it's not that. We'd honestly get invaded. If we cut off our water and oil and shit and actually took control of it as a country, we'd get invaded. You think the US wouldn't invade us? They've invaded the Middle East countries for way fucking less. You think they're not going to find an excuse to militarily occupy Alberta or some shit? Yes, they will. We'd start a war if we cut that shit off, and that's what they're afraid of. Like, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world because it would cause some sort of changes, but it would start a war. That's just fact. And that you do have to understand. If we cut, all the politicians, whether they'll admit
Okay,
it or not,
I know exactly
but
what we need to do.
whether the politicians admit it or not, that is what would happen, and they know it. No, also invite the game invite.
Okay, Kyle, you know what we need to do? We need to make a
Hodge,
robot
accept.
army.
Except,
We need to make a robot army in order to fight the invaders when we don't give them what they want. And then the robots will fight them. And then, if there's ever problems, we can always use more robots.
yeah, okay, that works.
We'll set up some automated defenses so that we'll have rail cannons and shit. And if they try to shoot us with missiles and stuff, we'll blow them out of the sky from thousands of kilometers away with, like, rocks. Because we just hyper accelerated them. And it'll appear like an explosion because of the, like, velocity.
Rocks aren't dense enough.
Well, we can shoot tungsten. It's pretty much
And
a
you
rock.
realize if we set up railguns, we don't need to fire anything. Railguns fire plasma. That's the whole point of a railgun. It doesn't fire a material. It fires an energy beam.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
railguns fire plasma bolts.
It hyper accelerates. Like a rail gun, like an electromagnetic rail gun, is actually a series of electromagnets that accelerate a
position.
piece of material to a
Pick your
certain
position.
thing. Like, it can create plasma, but most of the time, if it's the right material, it just hyper accelerates it to a very high speed, like 10,000 kilometers a second shit. Or whatever the fuck it is. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fucking railgun specialist, but
Yes, you are.
I'm sure that they don't go straight to plasma. I'm pretty sure putting a thing and turning it into plasma is, like, really difficult.
Yeah.
And I would think just, like, making something move really fast is a lot better. Because if you use a little bit of calculus, you can.
You know they already have shit in the US for anti-missile stuff, eh? They have actual laser beams.
Yeah. That's why we can't shoot missiles, because there can't be any explosive. We need kinetic touch energy weapons because they can't blow them up with lasers. They actually have to destroy with another missile or another projectile.
Yeah, it's got to hit something solid, blow up itself.
Mm-hmm. And because there's no explosives, you're reducing the danger of being shot at by other explosives for being a target kind of thing. Like if it's a weapon stash, but it's a bunch of rocks and there's no explosive and it has to be put through the railgun to even be worth anything, well, that's a really good way to not be a target.
Yeah.
Because it's just a bunch of rocks. They literally still have to transport all this rock somewhere in order to shoot it. So, like, if they found a way in order to make it so that, like, the guns that the Canadian military uses are all, like, miniature railguns, and they wear, like, a battery backpack.
Okay.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
What we need to do is change our laws on scientific change or scientific ethics and start putting a fuck ton of research into proper steroids and human geneticism and essentially make a steroid that is non-harmful and makes us all superhuman, and then do the technology stuff you're talking about as well and have an army of superhuman robotic Canadians.
Like, and we would all have access to an artificial intelligence. Everybody would have an artificial intelligence from when they're born. And if
Nope,
there's
I don't
ever-
want that. I told you, I'm not having
No.
that shit going in me, ever.
No, it's not going to be in you. You're just going to have a phone that you can talk to.
Fair enough.
But
that
you're
I'll
going to
accept.
want to carry it around because you're going to be... It's going to be like your partner for the rest of your life, pretty much.
See, it's funny. Me and my dad have talked about this because he's like back in like in the 70s and 80s when sci-fi became popular,
Mm-hmm.
and like there's movies where it's like in 1989 where people get a chip in their head and shit like that,
Yep.
and people freak out about it.
Like the
being
Manchurian Project.
like that stuff's terrifying. Like that would probably happen in the future. The way it is, the same thing as like modern authoritarianism now. All the modern version of that stuff, it's not as evil as it looked in the movies. It's worse. Like they'll never force everyone to put chips in their head. Why would they need to? Even the people under the poverty line have cell phones. It's the same fucking thing. And most cell phones now you can't even take the batteries out anymore.
Yeah, which is really fucking scary.
So because
I can take the cell phone out of mine.
taking
Like
the
that was
battery
a
out-
selling point to me.
But
that
yeah,
I told
taking
him
the
to
battery
get.
out is the only way to actually turn it off. As long as the battery's in, you can turn it off. They can still listen to you.
Whoa.
No, but they can still listen to you. They can still look through your camera.
No, there's a
and do all that
capacitor in
shit.
your phone that has a nice charge that only has enough to have the memory work and to have the microphone work. It can still listen to you with a capacitor. in
Really?
there. Yeah.
I got support.
Oh, dude, play Galio.
That's the only reason I'm not that upset.
Everybody pick Galio's face.
But yeah, no, fucking. It's same way modern authoritarianism. It's not like back with Hitler and Stalin where it's like punishment based. Modern authoritarianism, they have the same control level like in the US now, but the way they do it is they don't need to send out cops and shit to beat people up. You have the people beat each other up by emphasizing through news and shit their divide. Oh, the black people. Fuck you.
Maybe if I wait like 15 seconds, he's gonna pick a champion, and then I get to ban that one. You don't, I'm just gonna ban Vi. But I think that's one thing that our politicians need to start doing is growing their fucking backbone and just be a person. The worst thing that they could do is try to be something they're not. Because I think our politicians are always trying to appease everybody.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I don't think everybody can always be appeased. It's never going to happen.
No, you can't. You have to do what's equitable, not what's equal.
Exactly. You need to do equitable things.
Because equality is fake. It can't actually exist.
And you know why equality can't exist? Because men have penises and women have vaginas.
No, not even that.
No,
It has nothing
it's
to-
an arbitrary reason, Kyle.
Yeah, but it's the same as saying races and shit, but you're still pointing out off of prima things. Me and you are both white males, but nothing will ever be fully equal between the two of us. There's always going to be stuff. I'll want something one way, you'll think it's better another way, and that's just how life works.
Yeah, because of diversity of opinion. And that's really important, having diversity of opinion, I think. I want to play Vayne.
Okay, play whoever you want. I'm pissed at the fucking jungle.
Let us hunt
I'm
those
gonna
who
actually-
have fallen to darkness.
By the way,
What?
do you mind if I don't follow you to bot lane right away?
Yeah, that's fine.
I kind of want to track him in his jungle and steal shit from him.
Okay.
No, he pissed me off.
No, dude, take fucking smite.
Huh?
Go do it.
Oh!
Take smite, follow
Done.
him around. I'll just be really safe bot lane and not care.
Because, like, I'm not going to int, so it's not reportable, and I'm going to mute him, and I'm not going to talk in all chat. I'm not going to talk, I'm not going to int, any of that shit, but I'm going to fuck around with him, because fuck him.
That's great. That's gonna be fucking great. And don't worry, I'm gonna be recording the whole thing.
Yeah, but you won't be able to see what I'm doing.
No, sometimes I'll be able to look over. Tell him Cinder Hulk it can only be purchased when you have.
I don't understand what he's saying. Hodge, what does Q/W mean?
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Honestly, I keep thinking about the conversation I had with the MPP, and I realized that I took control of the whole situation, and I made her kind of like submissive when she was answering my questions.
Fair enough.
And the reason that she kept like being submissive was so that she could not answer anything. Like she took that position, like the way she sat, the way she like continued the conversation, so that she couldn't answer any questions. It was like it's a tactic so she couldn't answer anything. And that's no good.
In the dark.
We need politicians who are men.
30 seconds until humans spawn.
Because then they don't do that. They'll do what Trump does. And they'll be like, fuck you and your shit! We're doing whatever we want! It's pretty much what needs to happen. I think that's one thing that men have that women don't, is that men are significantly more impulsive. Like, and men are better at starting things, but women are better at finishing them.
Minions have spawned.
Do you think that's true?
I guess.
Like, where men are there's a tendency for them to be more impulsive than women, but women are usually better at organizing that afterwards. Because that's why I think team diversity is really important too. It's because I think men are just better at starting the projects, and then women finish the project for completion thing. Like, they make it perfect. But usually it's harder for them to start it out. So
I agree.
So I think that's what I think that's one reason why men are better at like the hunting role kind of thing. Like that's why they're kind of impulsive. They have a job to do, like biologically. Because
There we go.
I was talking to Dave about his dog, and then the conversation went over to Maggie. And Maggie, you know when you scratch her in certain places, she's like, ah, so good. Well, I think all animals are like that, even people. But sometimes where you scratch them, you might just scratch them like on the inside of their brain when you do certain things.
That's all I'm gonna say to Graves the whole game.
What's the point?
I'm just gonna do smiley faces.
Oh, dude, you should take his blue buff.
I don't have smite
No,
up.
your smite's almost up.
The shadows are to be
Or you could outlast hit it from him. He's pretty low.
I know he is.
Like, you can bait him so that he dies, and then you can just take it from him.
I smell
But I don't think she liked the fact that I already had researched how to get the signatures for it. I think she wanted me to do the whole process for birthing, and that's why she was like combative about my idea. Because I said all the student unions in Ontario pretty much would be participating in this, and they probably would be.
Bye, Graves.
Because I have a list of at least like 50 colleges and universities for Ontario. And all of them should have a student union. If they don't, that's a kind of personal problem for the school, and they should be held accountable for that. For not
And now we get to report Graves for leaving game. He just left.
nice.
That was my whole goal. I want him to either flame or leave, and then I get to report him.
should fear me.
Oh, sweet. I fucking stunned both Lee Sin and Varus. Jin, you're welcome.
I barely
You're
got
welcome,
out
Hush.
right there. I didn't have to flash. I didn't have to do anything. Walked away.
An enemy has been slain. Innocent. An ally has been slain.
But yeah, I'm just gonna stick to my story. Graves is toxic and AFK.
Come on, Lee. Do it. Do it, faggot.
GG, you missed.
It's okay.
Evil lurks around every corner.
No, he didn't DC. He quit.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
And the funniest part is he didn't even get executed by any jump.
No, it's because like he could have actually finished the blue, but he smited, and there was when I was coming, and there was 7 health left.
The shadows are to be feared. I will release them.
Shall transcend.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Jesus.
I stunned him right into the wall, so
Yeah, you knocked
you
it out.
should have thought about that though.
No, I didn't think you were gonna condemn for no reason.
Oh no, if they're past this
Dude,
line, Kyle.
but you didn't condemn on a good angle. If you
No,
were
she hit the wall.
no, if
she
you were
was right
here
there.
and she was here, it was still not a good angle. You condemned her into away from vision. That's why I didn't think you're gonna do it. If
but
it was into vision, I
in the
would.
bush though. Fuck.
And I'm probably dead now. No,
you
I
got
live.
it.
On wings of night.
No, see, I assumed you wouldn't condemn because you're condemning her out of vision. If you would let me stun her, it would have been
No,
better.
I
and
was
then you
about
could...
to put a ward in the bush.
Yeah, but if you had let me stun her and then you had changed your positioning and condemned her in between the bushes, it would have been a much better play.
Well, if I was here, and she was here, and she ran this way, I wasn't going to be able to get into a position to condemn. She could just...
But she wasn't gonna run that way because I was gonna stun her right there, and then you condemn her into the wall here.
No, but that's too far of a distance.
No, it's not. You pushed her farther than that into the bush, dude.
Evil lurks around every corner. Shadows are to be feared.
Enemy killing spree.
Maybe if Graves was better at smiting, he wouldn't be fucking making the team lose.
Bye. I got a kill.
Honestly, I think you could come back and help me.
No, I'm
Well, you're...
If I wasn't I could, but I'm
They will be purified.
Enemy rampage.
The dark should fear me. In the dark, all is laid bare.
Holy shit, Jen, there's a lot of CS on you.
Yeah, because I've died twice. Lee Sin's made it like his sole purpose to make sure that like I can't fucking do shit.
Oh, I know, and I don't have exhaust to help you at all, so...
Yeah, but that was my problem because I fucking suggested this.
I know, I wouldn't have actually done this if you hadn't told me to do it. That is the funny thing.
I hear the innocent cry.
This video is gonna go up as a how-to fucking make people rage quit. Step 1, understand what's happening. You're getting fucking castrated by your team, fucking fuck the other guy. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you lose, fuck them.
Yo, can you blot out our summoner names?
Okay.
Like, because I don't want my summoner name tied to that, to be honest.
An ally has been slain.
Because then it's just proof I was cancer. It's like proof
No,
I
no,
did
no,
a
no.
cancer
They fucking
act.
banned your champion for no fucking reason? That's a reason. Like, you're not crazy. Fuck. Wow, so bullshit.
Got Lulu.
I hear the innocent cry out. In the dark, all is
Hodge, I didn't want to commit to that.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Everywhere's losing anyways.
I smell black magics.
Your turret has been destroyed.
I'm surprised they haven't gotten the dragon yet. It's 12 minutes in and they've had complete dragon control. Lee Sin could have been able to solo it at level 5.
Remember, it's low elo. People don't care about dragon.
Like, they could be on their second dragon right now.
An enemy dominated. Shut down.
Cleansing the light of silver. The dark should fear me.
Olaf stole my
I
kill, man.
release them from their pain.
Now they took dragon.
Evil lurks around every corner.
He was talking about me.
Has been slain.
See? Aw. I had to smite something.
What, to put it on so it's getting your second stack again?
No, I just had to smite something. Don't fight. One, bitch, one! Okay, you're dead.
I don't know why Lulu killed me. She should have gave Jin the chance to kill me. What a bum.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Good job, Olaf.
On wings of in the dark.
Where are you going?
Okay, we got the Olaf carry here.
Hey, dude, I'm 1-1 and 2. I'm not doing bad either.
I'm 053. I make up for everything.
I'm still Camille, so we do actually push fairly fast.
Vayne also does a lot of damage to turrets.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Beware.
Don't worry, are you ready for this full tank Camille?
Yeah. Fucking Cinderhulk and everything.
Wait, I never said.
Because you can still be our jungler. You should probably just switch over to being our jungler at this point.
Shadows are to be feared.
I helped. Olaf didn't die.
An ally has been slain.
If I didn't show up, Olaf would have died.
An ally has been slain.
Wait, I thought someone was coming. Never mind.
No, I was up top helping Olaf.
No, I saw someone was coming bot lane, but apparently not.
Oh, the other idiots.
Fryer.
Yeah. I swear I had seen someone coming, but I guess no
Oh
one
no,
was.
Kassadin was dead.
No, I know he was dead, but I thought Olaf was coming. Kill that man. There we go, I got my first full item.
I hate it when my socks melt.
Evil lurks around.
Patience is what separates good hunters from dead ones. Patience isn't a virtue. It is a virtue.
On wings of night.
I'm probably getting dragon up in 10 seconds.
Has been destroyed.
Go to the jumpy thing. Oh, hit this
You
first.
take it. Yeah, that drag was a bad idea. Why are you fighting this?
Fryer.
Dominating.
Wow. Okay, thought it was gonna go off before my Qs. Olaf, bro, we need you. I really need my static shiv.
Dude, we're gonna lose.
I know.
Evil lurks around every
Olaf wasn't with us. We always win it when Olaf's with us.
Well, we've never been in a 5v5 yet either.
4v5. Don't go full 4v5 yet.
They will be purified.
Like, guys, guys, like they just let Jin chase me. Like, I don't think Olaf's very good, but he's somehow here. You almost fucking got fucked.
But I didn't get fucked, and that's the point.
It was so close, he almost got you.
Close does not matter, Hodge.
You're right. It only matters that you fucking lift the fridge to where it needs to go. It doesn't matter how many sweats you do. And by sweats, I mean sitting there, smoking cigarettes, contemplating how the fridge will actually kill you if you fucking drop it. I don't know how many times I thought I may have just been contemplating suicide lifting those fridges at that job. Like if I dropped it, like it was fucking death. Like there's no way I was gonna survive. Like that thing would have crushed me.
I release
I'm so glad I don't lift fridges anymore. But I need a job.
Shit! Okay, I was trying to alter, but I couldn't get off in time.
beware.
Don't you just love those burps? And then you feel
The
like
shadows
satisfied.
are fear.
Nah. Fuck those burps. The thing is, though, we do have a team that scales harder than theirs.
Honestly, if we survive a little bit, we can fucking win this. Because technically we have two hardcore tanks. You and fucking Olaf. He rejoined because we didn't surrender yet. If he comes here and he ints, I'm gonna fucking report the shit out of him. Fucking all of the big ones.
Lurks around every corner. Hear the innocent cry out. In the dark, all is laid bare.
Honestly, we're still gonna win this game. Which is the saddest part.
Huh?
The saddest part is we're still gonna win this game.
I smell black.
Hit no. Hit no.
Well, no duh. The only person that gets to start that vote is anybody else other than Graves.
I hear the innocent cry out.
Hodge. Jesus Christ.
Graves is so salty. I couldn't get off my other one. Oh, she fucking blinded dart me again.
Your turret has been destroyed.
It's normals. And if somebody wants to play something in normals, you want to stop them from doing that? That's a fucking dick move.
In the dark, all is laid bare.
An enemy has been slain. Shut down. Rampage.
The dark should fear me.
Slain.
I can't even see half the things Graves has said.
Lol.
Do you want to come over? I think my dad's home that we can do that fridge thing.
Well, I know about the stuff with your dad. It's just
Well, I'm just saying we should do it before we run out of light, and then we can play video games so there's no more light.
yeah, I know, but it's still up to your dad.
No, he wanted to do it.
I know. I'm waiting for him to get a hold of me again.
He's literally downstairs.
okay.
And he
And
said to
I was
me
actually
bef-
gonna text him after this game because he said to get a hold of each other 3 to 4 anyways.
Yeah, because I told him that. Because he didn't even have a time he was going to call you at until I told him to. He was really busy on his work, so he wasn't thinking. Which means it wouldn't have happened today if I didn't do this planning. Because I need a beer fridge for my non-existent beer
Also,
stash.
did you report Graves? Make sure you report, please.
Leaving the game, intentionally feeding hate speech. This Graves tried
Wait. Graves like I almost had more gold than you and I was AFK. I had almost double his gold. How does that even make sense?
I wrote a nice little paragraph for him, and I made sure to include that hate speech in there because I believe that his words were hateful. Oh, you're typing out the whole thing. Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stop.